Like a fine wine, or more fittingly, a barley wine, the beer industry in Southold and Riverhead keeps getting better with age. College friends Rich Vandenberg and John Leahy launched the area's first brewery, Greenport Harbor Brewing Company, in a former jail on a back street in downtown Greenport in 2009. Since then, the industry has expanded to include 3 more breweries and counting, with each business seemingly announcing some kind of expansion in capacity or distribution every other week. And they all say there's enough room for everyone to keep growing and working together.
I mean, it was not like any other business I've been in. You know, Mustache will call us, letting us know that, you know, they had a problem with someone in their tasting room, watch out for them, or I'll call them, say, can I borrow something? Can I borrow something from Long Island? You know, it all works back and forth. Greenport's been a huge help. You know, we borrowed stuff from them, they borrowed stuff from us. So it's definitely a different kind of business.
The way a lot of us smaller breweries look at it, like we're not in competition with each other. We're all essentially at the end of the day, like in competition with like big beer, like Bud, Miller, Coors at the end of the day. So what's good for one of us is good for all of us.
Mustache Brewing Company is the area's latest brewery to take off, opening up about a year ago. It was the third to open up in the downtown Riverhead area, following Crooked Ladder Brewing Company's opening in 2013 and Long Island Beer Company in 2011. Where many people saw downtown struggling to get back on its feet years ago, before they opened their brewery, Long Island's Dan Burke and Greg Martin saw a place that had potential in a craft beer market that was on its way upward.
And Riverhead was really, we felt like, even at that time, years ago, it seemed like that was going to be the next hotspot. Patchogue had really gone through a renaissance, and we felt like Riverhead was the next place that was going to go through that same revitalization.
We're the only place on Long Island, with the exception of the city area, where there's 3 breweries and a half mile of each other. You know, you don't need to get in your car unless it's 9 degrees out to go to the 3.
Riverhead Beverage owner Kevin MCKILLOP has more than doubled the amount of shelf space he devotes to craft beer in the last 3 to 5 years as the industry has grown. If it's local, he says it won't be on shelves or in the kegs for very long.
I think more so in Suffolk County and on the North Fork, more and more people are shopping local, not just at the breweries. I just think in general people want to support the local business, which is great for us.
Greenport Harbor has seen support grow so much since they started in 2009 that the brewery opened a new facility in Peconic last summer. One of 3 local breweries to announce new distribution deals in recent months, Greenport bottles will soon be available as far north as the Canadian border with New York State. Long Island, meanwhile, announced expansion across state lines to Connecticut, and Crooked Ladder signed on with a distributor of its own.
The funny thing is, when we did open, the amount of people that actually came up to us and said, oh, we wanted to do that. We wanted to open a brewery on the North Fork, you know, and just kind of, for us, you know, it was always the place. It just, you know, took us, you know, I don't know, maybe 2 years to actually find our original location to make it happen. So
it appears even more growth is in line in 2015 and beyond for local brewers, with another brewery, Twin Forks, recently opening in downtown Riverhead that will bring one more business to the local beer industry and counting.
Information is always open to share, you know, and it's definitely made it into a larger family, you know, and we invite more to come, of course.